Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I am here today to review the movie ClownTown from 2016, a movie that stars Brian Nagel, Lauren Compton, Andrew Stanton and Katie Keene, and is directed by Tom Nagel, who I presume is the brother perhaps of the lead character in this movie, lead actor, sorry, Brian Nagel. And this movie is not a movie I knew anything about really. I just found it the other night and thought I'd give it a watch. With the It movie out, I'm always in the mood for a good horror movie with clowns as the main thing, so I thought I'd give this movie a go. And this movie basically is about a group of friends, two men, two women. They're both the partners, and they're going to see some, I think, country and western show somewhere in Arizona, somewhere like that. And they call into like this diner in America to ask for directions. And they, as you'd expect in these dodgy diners in these horror movies, they're given a bum steer and they're sent the wrong way. And as they set off, a couple of hours down the road, sort of thing, one of the characters, the women in the car, realizes she's lost her phone and it's got her credit card and identification, everything in this phone that she's left. And she's left it at the diner, she thinks. So one of her friends rings the phone, someone answers it and says, "Oh, if you go to this next town, I'll meet you there with the phone." And they give them directions to this place, this next town. When they get there, the town is completely abandoned. I mean, completely. There's nobody there. And after waiting for a while, they're scared they're going to miss the concert, so they decide to leave, but they can't because the car is being tampered with. And they are soon confronted by some maniacs dressed as clowns, and they have been herded into this town along with a couple of others with the sole intention of being hunted and killed by the serial killers that dress like clowns. So it's a fight for survival then for the rest of the night. How do they get out of this situation alive and in one piece? That's the story. It's not difficult, it's not complicated. It's a letdown, really. I didn't expect a classic, you know. I can't really give this movie too much of a hard time because I knew going in that this wasn't going to be a brilliant movie. I just wanted maybe an half decent dumb horror movie to watch, you know, with a few inventive kills. And you kind of get that, I suppose. It's just so generic, this. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that they were dressed like just like clowns, these lunatics in this town, it'd just be a bog standard slasher movie, this. You know, I think they've just, you know, this deep embedded fear of clowns that they've just gone with that theme here just to add that little bit of edge to it, but it doesn't add anything really. I mean, the whole thing just doesn't make sense. It's full of the kind of cliches you expect, like I say, that, you know, the dodgy diner in the that they go into with the, you know, the rednecks and, you know, the dodgy sheriff, and the thing is as well, they get to this town and they meet one of the people living there, and there's kind of this explanation given as to why there's nobody in this town, why these people are dressed as clowns killing people, but it absolutely made no sense at all. That it just made it worse and more confusing the more they tried to explain it away. It would have been better not to explain it at all and just leave it, I think, as a mystery as to why these people are, you know, charged about dressed as clowns killing folk. Didn't help at all. It felt a bit of a rip-off of, you know, some of Rob Zombie's work. It did feel a little bit like House of a Thousand Corpse. You know, the main clown you can see there on screen, the guy playing the main clown, he was definitely influencing his performance off, you know, the guy, you know, from Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. But it was just nowhere near as good. The acting was, I wouldn't go so far to say it was terrible because I don't think it was, but it was bang average at best. The acting here in this movie, I can't really say it was anything better than that. You know, the girls scream when they're supposed to scream. The blokes act all butch and macho, but when it actually comes to emoting or actually having genuine conversations, forget it, that's out of the window. So this isn't a very good movie, but it's fairly harmless fun. And if this is a movie you think about watching, just be aware of what it is. Really, it ain't no classic, but it's a slasher movie with a clown theme, and that's your lot really.